All right, so just wanted to talk with you about something this morning that I think is not talked about in the restoration world. You hear a lot of whoozy doozy, if that's a word, going on in the collision industry, where there's a lot of you scratch your back, I scratch mine, or vice versa, to get work and to make money because the insurance companies are just so bad to work with and all that type of stuff. So I want to show you what, through day 4 this week, what I've gotten done. I've gotten this fender sanded a little bit. I got the runs cut out. And in a normal 8-hour day, I would have 24 hours in on this car already. You're saying, well, that don't look like 24 hours worth of work. Well, no, it's not. And that's what today's video is going to be about. I have a very nice situation here. I can come out here and I can work when I want to. I work when I feel like it. If I don't feel up to it, I don't work. I've done some stuff this week. Did some shocks on my 57. Did some radiator replacement in my Caprice. Got a trip planned for this coming weekend to go and probably buy a car. So what's all that have to do with work in the shop? Well, problem is it's got everything to do with it. And most individual people, they're either like myself, even they may work at their house, they may work in a shop, but it's only them, maybe one or two more, and they usually don't keep help very long if they're not doing much actual work. But you got to be careful about people come in with stuff on their mind. Now, I know this extreme example of not getting much done on this car this week. I needed to let the paint cure a little bit, and I had some pretty thick runs, so you don't want to gouge and knock the head off of a run. You'll make a huge mess. You'll be repainting an area. You want to let that paint get good and hard and then sand that run out. Contrary to the collision world where you just buff it in 6 hours. That don't apply here of what we're doing. But you got a lot of these restoration shops, and you hear about all this money it takes to build a car, and this and that and the other. You got some bro on the internet here a while back, this was probably 6 or 8 months ago, and they were big ego and bragging, it takes $500,000 to build a decent 55 Chevy to go to Good Guys with. And I'm like, what? We're not talking about, custom metal fab. We're just talking about a decent car. And a lot of the parts they named off had a lot of expensive parts, but it was nowhere near like a road shop chassis and all that stuff. So it's kind of unfortunate, but it's the nature of the beast, the dishonest world we live in. There's just some days, for whatever reason, not this past night, but Tuesday night, I didn't sleep good. I was supposed to go where we're going, and I just had to cancel it. I had to call and cancel the rental car, and I'd call the guy that owns the car I'm going to look at, and I just had to say, look, I didn't sleep good last night, and I needed to be back for Thursday night anyway, because I'm an avid league bowler, and I don't like to miss that. So it was going to be a big rush to get there and get back, so it's going to work out better anyway. But my point is, if you're in a shop and you're working by the hour, you're working whatever, and you're billing this customer 100, 125, 150. My shop rate is 100, and currently, but it's going to one. My new contract's coming in for 2026 is at 110 an hour. And you got the employee that slept late that drags his butt in there at 8 o'clock in the morning, And then you got one like me that likes to eat a lot sometimes. It's eat a little too much at lunch, and ooh, get a little sleepy and strolls back in there. And they over there, you know, working, and that clock's just turning and turning and turning. So, yeah, there's reasons why I believe it costs a lot more at some places. It's because the shop owner can't do the 30 projects that they try to do. So like with me, I'm working on 1, 2, 3 projects at most at a time. Most of the time I have 2. Sometimes I have 3. Usually the third one is my own. So on days I don't feel good, that's what I work on. So if I'm over there sleepwalking, it's okay. But when I'm working on customers' cars, you know, I'm charging a lot of money. I need to make sure y'all getting y'all's money's worth. So if I don't feel good, I'm not going to work on your car. So there's a week goes by sometimes that I don't send you a bill, or it's been 2 or 3 weeks and I only sent you a bill for like say 20 hours in 3 weeks. Well, you know, this work's labor intensive, it's mental intensive, it's physically demanding, and I'm just not gonna, unless I'm 100%, I'm just not gonna work on your car. So it causes a lot of more quality work to be done. And if I'm charging you this kind of money on the hour, I expect myself to be 100% while I'm doing it. So yeah, and sometimes you just need to step away and go work on something else. Go take a drive through the country. Don't work one day. It's whatever. So just do what you got to do to give your customers their money's worth. Now, you know, for us that work at home and have our shops here at our houses, and we can sleep and get up and work when we want to, and all that, we don't have employees to deal with, we should really police ourselves, even to a higher standard. And I know a lot of shop owners that, you know, I know they try to police themselves, but I've seen some bad stuff happen to some good people here real recently. And one shop, matter of fact, this guy's going to be a customer of mine to build a Monte Carlo, but one shop ended up having to buy his car because it'd been there for like 8 years and it hadn't been touched, and the work that had been done was somebody that didn't know what they were doing and they hacked it up. So yeah, and this was a shop that I would have recommended at one time. Unfortunately, I wouldn't do that anymore. So just be careful. There's a lot, and just because someone once was great don't mean they are anymore. You know, somebody's getting on up in age. That's a hard thing to accept for a lot of people. And you know, you get to be 70, 80 years old and you used to do some of the best work in the country, and now all of a sudden you can't hardly move your arm, and cars get tied up that way too. So anyway, just wanted to put this out there. Thanks for watching, and if you're looking for restoration, of course I'm always real choosy about what I take. I try to stick to as many first generation Monte Carlos as I can. So if I've got plenty of those coming in, that's pretty much what I'm going to try to work on. But I still do other cars. I've did Camaros, I've did Mustangs, I've did Tri-5 Chevys, but I just know these cars very well. So, and that's another thing. You get a shop specializes in Mustangs and you take them a 58 Cadillac, they don't know their hours are not going to, it's going to take a lot longer on something like that because they're not equivalent. They're not adjusted to that type of car. Or someone else that builds Cadillacs could build that same car in half the time. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. And look at Paul's car here from Kentucky. Got Revolt paint on it. Got it painted last week. And overall, pretty happy with how it turned out. It's pretty straight. And kind of happy with how the clear laid out on the flat surfaces. It's this is right out of the gun. It's not terrible. On the side, well, it's got to be cut anyway, so it don't really matter. So when we're doing old cars, you don't get caught up in what it looks like out of the gun. Really, it don't matter. It just get the paint on the car, try to keep it from running all over the place, do the best job you can do, and get the 600 grit out. And I'll even throw this out there. Go to the True Blocks Facebook page, Tyler Cross. That guy knows what he's doing. That's the instructions I follow on how to cut 600 start at 600 and go up. So, but make sure you got 5 or 6 coats of good clear. This car here, I put about 5 medium to heavy coats on it. So it was getting pretty heavy on that last one. So anyway, y'all take care. We'll see you next time.